This is your prophecy update. Revelation chapter 9, verse 13 through 15 states, "And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, Loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour a day, a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men." Two things we know from this is, number one, this war will originate from the Euphrates River region, and two, 1/3 of the world's population will be destroyed. Well, in light of this prophecy, Fox News reports that Trump decertifies the Iran nuclear deal, and he slaps sanction on the IRGC in a broadside at the radical regime. President Trump announced Friday that he will decertify the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, saying that he believes the radical regime has committed multiple violations of the agreement as he kicked a decision over whether to restore sanctions back to Congress. He stated, "I am announcing today that we cannot and will not make this certification." Trump said that during a speech at the White House. And he went on to say that we will not continue down a path whose predictable conclusion is more violence, more terror, and the very real threat of Iran's nuclear breakthrough. Friday's announcement does not withdraw the United States from the Iran deal, which the president called one of the worst and most one-sided transactions the United States has ever entered into. But the president threatened that he could still ultimately pull out of the deal. He said, "In the event that we are not able to reach a solution working with Congress and our allies, the agreement will be terminated." He said, "It is under continuous review, and our participation can be canceled by me, President Trump, as president at any time." In his broadside against the Iranian regime itself, the president said, "It remains the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism." He was accusing it of providing assistance to Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, Hezbollah, and really many other terrorist networks really surrounding Iran. They've even got troops in Yemen right now. The president accused Iran of developing missiles that threaten American troops and allies and imprisoning Americans on false charges. He said, "Given the regime's murderous past and present, we should not take lightly its sinister vision for the future." He said the regime's two favorite chants are death to America and death to Israel. Well, Senator Bob Corker said as a result that Trump's threats to other countries could put the U.S. on the path to World War III. Well, will President Trump's decertification and potential termination of the Iranian nuclear deal result in the beginning of World War III? Well, only time will tell. One thing we know for sure, though, is that this war, this prophesied war, will occur, and the signing of the peace agreement, these two events between Israel and the Palestinians, are the next two events to occur on God's prophetic timeline.